Do you love stories? Stories help you remember words and phrases easily. When you listen to a story, your brain creates pictures. You learn without trying. Today, you will learn English through 15 short stories. Simple, interesting, and full of everyday language. Each story has 8 sentences. You will listen, shadow, and repeat. We will practice in 3 levels. Level 1, A1 to A2, beginner, simple stories about daily life. Level 2, A2 to B1, elementary, intermediate, more detailed stories about experiences. Level 3, B1, intermediate, stories with lessons and emotions. You will hear each sentence twice. Then you will repeat it twice. Do not translate. Just listen, imagine the story, and speak. Let's begin. Part 1. Level 1. A1 to A2, beginner. Simple stories.
The lost key. Anna lost her house key yesterday. Anna lost her house key yesterday. She looked everywhere in her bag. She looked everywhere in her bag. She looked under the sofa. She looked under the sofa. She looked behind the bookshelf. She looked behind the bookshelf. Then she remembered the kitchen table. Then she remembered next to the fruit bowl. There it was, next to the fruit bowl. She smiled and put it in her pocket. She smiled and put it in her pocket.
The kind neighbor. Mr. Lee is a kind old man. Mr. Lee is a kind old man. He lives next door to Anna. He lives next door to Anna. Every morning, he waters his garden. Every morning, he waters his garden. One day, Anna's cat climbed a tree. One day, Anna's cat climbed a tree. The cat was stuck and scared. The cat was stuck and scared. Mr. Lee brought a ladder. Mr. Lee brought a ladder. He climbed up and rescued the cat. He climbed up and rescued the cat. Anna thanked him with a big smile. Anna thanked him with a big smile.
The rainy afternoon. It was raining heavily outside. It was raining heavily outside. Sarah looked out the window sadly. Sarah looked out the window sadly. She wanted to go to the park. She wanted to go to the park. But the rain was too strong. But the rain was too strong. So she decided to stay home. So she decided to stay home. She made a cup of hot chocolate. She made a cup of hot chocolate. She read her favorite book on the sofa. She read her favorite book on the sofa. It turned into a cozy and warm afternoon. It turned into a cozy and warm afternoon. The first day at school. Tom was nervous on his first day at school. Tom was nervous on his first day at school. He didn't know anyone in the class. He didn't know anyone in the class. His teacher was kind and friendly. His teacher was kind and friendly. She introduced him to the other students. She introduced him to the other students. One boy named Sam smiled at him. One boy named Sam smiled at him. They started talking during lunch break. They started talking during lunch break. They discovered they liked the same games. They discovered they liked the same games. By the end of the day, they were friends. By the end of the day, they were friends.
The helpful boy. David saw an old woman with heavy bags. David saw an old woman with heavy bags. She was struggling to walk up the stairs. She was struggling to walk up the stairs. David ran to help her. David ran to help her. He carried her bags to her apartment. He carried her bags to her apartment. The woman thanked him and smiled warmly. The woman thanked him and smiled warmly. She offered him some cookies. She offered him some cookies. David felt happy to help someone. David felt happy to help someone. He learned that small acts of kindness matter.
Level 1, A1, A2.
complete. Great! You now have simple story sentences. Let's move to Level 2.
Part 2. Level 2. A2-B1. Elementary/intermediate. Stories about experiences. A surprise birthday party. Maria thought everyone forgot her birthday. Maria thought everyone forgot her birthday. Her husband told her they were going for a walk. Her husband told her they were going for a walk. When they arrived at the park, she was surprised. When they arrived at the park, she was surprised. All her friends were hiding behind the trees. All her friends were hiding behind the trees. Suddenly, everyone shouted, "Surprise!" Suddenly, everyone shouted, "Surprise!" There was a big cake with 30 candles. Maria started crying tears of happiness. Maria started crying tears of happiness. She hugged everyone and thanked them all. She hugged everyone and thanked them all. The lost wallet. James found a wallet on the street. James found a wallet on the street. Inside, there was money and a photo. Inside, there was money and a photo. He saw a name and address on an ID card. He saw a name and address on an ID card. He decided to return it to the owner. He decided to return it to the owner. He walked to the address on the card. He walked to the address on the card. An old woman opened the door. An old woman opened the door. She was surprised and very grateful. She was surprised and very grateful. She gave him a warm hug and thanked him. She gave him a warm hug and thanked him. A trip to the mountains. Last summer, my family went to the mountains. Last summer, my family went to the mountains. We stayed in a small cabin near a lake. We stayed in a small cabin near a lake. Every morning we hiked in the beautiful forest. Every morning we hiked in the beautiful forest. We saw deer, rabbits, and many birds. We saw deer, rabbits, and many birds. One afternoon, we went fishing together. One afternoon, we went fishing together. My brother caught the biggest fish ever. My brother caught the biggest fish ever. In the evenings, we sat around a campfire. In the evenings, we sat around a campfire. We told stories and enjoyed the peaceful nights. We told stories and enjoyed the peaceful nights.
The Magic Garden. Emma discovered a hidden garden behind her house. Emma discovered a hidden garden behind her house. It was full of beautiful flowers and butterflies. It was full of beautiful flowers and butterflies. She visited the garden every day after school. She visited the garden every day after school. She watered the flowers and talked to the birds. She watered the flowers and talked to the birds. One day, she saw a tiny bird with a broken wing. One day, she saw a tiny bird with a broken wing. She took it home and cared for it. She took it home and cared for it. After 2 weeks, the bird was healthy again. After 2 weeks, the bird was healthy again. Emma let the bird fly back to the garden. Emma let the bird fly back to the garden.
The new neighbor. A new family moved in next door. A new family moved in next door. They had a daughter named Lily, who was shy. They had a daughter named Lily, who was shy. I went to welcome them with some cookies. I went to welcome them with some cookies. Lily was sitting quietly on the steps. Lily was sitting quietly on the steps. I said hello and asked if she liked to play. I said hello and asked if she liked to play. She smiled and nodded her head. She smiled and nodded her head. We played in the garden together. We played in the garden together. Now we are best friends and play every day. Now we are best friends and play every day. Level 2, A2-B1, complete. Excellent. You are now practicing stories with more detail. Let's go to Level 3. Part 3, Level 3, B1 Intermediate. Stories with lessons and emotions. The courage to speak. For years, Leo was afraid to speak English. For years, Leo was afraid to speak English. He understood everything, but couldn't say a word. He understood everything, but couldn't say a word. One day, his teacher encouraged him to try. One day, his teacher encouraged him to try. He raised his hand and spoke one sentence. He raised his hand and spoke one sentence. The teacher smiled and said, "Perfect." The teacher smiled and said, "Perfect." Leo felt a wave of confidence wash over him. Leo felt a wave of confidence wash over him. Now he speaks English every day without fear. Now he speaks English every day without fear. He learned that courage means trying anyway. He learned that courage means trying anyway. The gift of time. Anna was always busy with work and chores. Anna was always busy with work and chores. She never had time for her family or hobbies. She never had time for her family or hobbies. One day, she realized time was passing too fast. One day, she realized time was passing too fast. She decided to change her life completely. She decided to change her life completely. She started spending more time with her children. She started spending more time with her children. She took up painting and started reading again. She took up painting and started reading again. She felt happier and more fulfilled than ever. She felt happier and more fulfilled than ever. She learned that time is the most precious gift. A lesson in patience. Tom wanted to learn to play the piano. Tom wanted to learn to play the piano. But he couldn't play a single song correctly. But he couldn't play a single song correctly. He got frustrated and wanted to give up. He got frustrated and wanted to give up. His teacher told him to be patient and practice. His teacher told him to be patient and practice. He practiced for just 10 minutes every day. He practiced for just 10 minutes every day. After 3 months, he could play a beautiful song. After 3 months, he could play a beautiful song. He realized that patience and practice bring results. He realized that patience and practice bring results. Now he enjoys playing piano every evening. Now he enjoys playing piano every evening. The power of kindness. During a cold winter, a homeless man sat outside. During a cold winter, a homeless man sat outside. He was shivering and had no warm clothes. He was shivering and had no warm clothes. A young woman walked by and saw him. A young woman walked by and saw him. She bought him a hot meal and a warm blanket. She bought him a hot meal and a warm blanket. The man thanked her with tears in his eyes. The man thanked her with tears in his eyes. She didn't tell anyone about her good deed. She didn't tell anyone about her good deed. But the man never forgot her kindness. But the man never forgot her kindness. Years later, he became a successful man and helped others. The journey of learning English. When I first started learning English, I was lost. When I first started learning English, I was lost. I could only say hello and goodbye. I could only say hello and goodbye. I practiced every day. Reading, listening, and speaking. I practiced every day. Reading, listening, and speaking. I made many mistakes and felt embarrassed. I made many mistakes and felt embarrassed. But I never stopped trying or giving up. But I never stopped trying or giving up. Now I can have conversations and express myself freely.
Now I can have conversations and express myself freely. I am proud of how far I have come. I am proud of how far I have come. I believe that anyone can learn English with consistency. I believe that anyone can learn English with consistency.
Level 3, B1. Complete. Perfect. You have completed all 3 levels, 15 stories, and 120 sentences.
Conclusion and next steps. Congratulations! You have learned English through 15 short and engaging stories. You practiced simple daily life stories, detailed experiences, and stories with valuable life lessons.
Now, here is your mission. Listen to these stories again and again. Shadow the sentences until they feel natural. Try to tell the stories to a friend in your own words. If this video helped you, give it a like. Subscribe for more story-based shadowing practice. Share it with a friend who loves stories.
Write in the comments, which story was your favorite? I read every comment. Keep listening, keep shadowing, and keep enjoying English. See you in the next video.